Okay, with it. We can start the class again. Hari. Okay. Katina. We can discuss the radian, about the radian unit again, Pute. Hari. Everyone, please look at the board. Please look at the board. Hari. As we discussed previously, if you consider about a circle, and if you consider about an arc, if you consider about circle, you know this is a circumference of the circle, no? And a portion of a circumference is called an arc. You know this thing in your all levels. Therefore, I'm not going to define that thing again. Pute. An arc means it is a portion of a circumference. So if you draw two lines from the two edges of the arc to the center, then it will create an angle. Pute. That angle is called the subtended angle by the arc at the center. So this is the subtended angle by the arc at the center. Okay. So this is normal or standard notification. Okay. This is the arc. So this is the subtended angle by the arc at the center. Suppose now there is an arc. There is an arc which is equal to the length of the radius. Now there is an arc which is equal to the length of the radius. Length, which is equal to the length to the radius. So if you take an arc which has a length which is equal to the radius, it will subtend 1 radian at the center of the circle. Therefore, 1 radius equal to the subtended angle by an arc which is equal to the radius of the circle. Which is equal to the radius of the circle. Harry. Is that clear? If you get that one, please up your hands. Okay, I will send that one today. I will send both recording. After this session, I will send both recording. Okay. If you missed the first part, please leave 1.5 page. 1.5 page. Oh, 1 page is enough, no? හිටපු කට්ටිය පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න කොච්චරක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලිව්වද 1 page or 1.5 page? First session එකට හිටපු කට්ටිය 1 page or 1.5 page වද? මට හුරු නෑ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ නම් ටික. යාළුවනේ කොච්චරක් තිබුණද මේ? 1 page?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. 1 page is enough, Pute. 1 page is enough. Okay. So keep 1 page, and after that you can write this one. So actually we were discussing about angles, Pute. Now we are under the discussion of trigonometry. Under the section we have discussed about angle. So we have defined the angle. Then now we are under the discussion of the units that are used to measure angle. The first of all, we have discussed about degree. Then this is the new one. This is the new one. Put a radian. Okay, this unit is not in your oral syllabus. Therefore, this is a new one for you. Okay. So actually you have to continue from this part. Put other parts you already know. As I discussed you earlier, the radian means the 1 radian is equal to the subtended angle. This is the subtended angle by the arc which is equal to the radius of this circle. Okay. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙයාගේ radius එකට equal arc length එකක් ගත්තොත් ඒ arc length එකෙන් center එකේ subtend කරන angle එක තමයි පුතේ 1 radian කියලා කියන්නේ. Okay පුතේ, I will ask. පුතේ මේ අර කලින් හිටපු කෙනෙක් පොඩ්ඩක් ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ note එක පොඩ්ඩක් photo එකක් ගහලා අපේ group එකට දාන්න. group එකට දාන්න. එතකොට අර miss වෙච්ච කට්ටිය ලියන්න පුළුවන් පුතේ. And this is a request. So please send your note පුතේ. හරි? හරි. Okay. හරි පුතේ. මෙතනින් එහාට ඕගොල්ලන්ට අලුත් ඒවා. මෙතනට වෙනකන් කතා කරේ නැහැ කිසිම දෙයක්. ඒ නිසා ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. බය වෙන්න එපා. විශ්ුණා කියලා පළවෙනි එක. But after this section, most of the things will be new for you. Okay? හරි. දැන් ආයතනයක් වන් කියන radian means that is the subtended angle by the arc which is equal to the radius of the circle. And මෙයාගේ radius එකට equal arc length එකකින් radius center එකේ subtend කරන angle එක. Okay. Then there was a very good question in our previous session. There was a very good question. What was that? Sir, then circle to circle, this can be varied, no? No, Bhute. That will not be happen. What is the reason behind that? Bhute, if we consider about a circle, there's a very, very important relationship. What is that? If you consider about any circle, the diameter to circumference ratio, circumference to diameter ratio is a constant, Putte. If you consider about any circle, the circumference to diameter ratio is a constant. These two ratios are constant, Putte. C to D ratio is a constant, and that constant is found as 5, Putte. For any circle, circumference to diameter ratio is a constant, and that is equal to 5. That is equal to 5, Putte. Therefore, that is the reason the circumference is equal 5D, Putte. 5D. Okay. Therefore, if you consider about any circle, 5 to D ratio is a constant. And therefore, this radian one will not be changed. I will explain how that is a constant. But until then, you have to remember this thing. For any circle, C to D ratio is a constant, and that constant is equal to 5. Is that clear? මම මේක මෙතනට රිලේට් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා මම කියා දෙන්නම්. අපි දැන්ට මේක ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න. හරි? Okay. Okay, they write under this. The subtended angle like the Okay. Sorry for that one. Now, is it clear? Can I continue? Okay. They write under this, Putte. The subtended angle the subtended angle by an arc the subtended angle. පුතේ please may cut down by an arc කියන එක පොඩ්ඩක් cut කරන්න. The subtended angle at the center. We have write that in one. The subtended angle at the center of the circle. The subtended angle at the center of the circle by an arc. The subtended angle at the center of the circle by an arc that has a radius, sorry, that has a length, that has a length, that has a length that has a length which is equal to the radius of the circle, which is equal to the radius of the circle which is equal to the radius of the circle is equal 1 radian, is equal 1 radian. Is equal 1 radian. The radial symbol is RAD පුතේ. Now we normally we write 1 radian as like 1 radian is equal 1 RAD. මේකත් දාගන්න. Okay. They write a fourth topic, relationship between the arc length and the angle subtended at the center. Relationship between the arc length and the angle subtended at the center. Okay. Balapute. Look at this one. Suppose you are taking several circles with different radius. Several circles with different radius. Okay. Suppose if you take this angle, so this angle equal to the subtended angle by this arc length and by this arc length at the center. And this angle is equal to the subtended angle by this arc length at the center. And as well as this angle is equal to the subtended angle by this arc length at the center. Okay. Therefore, although the radius of the circle varies, the subtended angle does not vary, you know. Is that clear? මෙයාගේ මේ radius එක වේරුණා කියලා මේ subtended angle එක වේරුණා? වේරුන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? Is that clear? තේරෙනවද තුසන්? Okay. You can observe the same relationship. You may observe the same relationship. Suppose now there are several circles with different radius. Several circles with different radius. Okay. But you know all the circles create 360 degree at the center of the circle. So 360 degree means that is the angle subtended by the entire circle at the center. මොකද්ද මේ 360 degree කියලා කියන්නේ පුතේ? මේ full circle එකෙන් center එකේ subtend කරපු angle එක. Is that clear? තේරෙනවද තුස්සන්? පැහැදිලි නේද තුස්සන්? If it is clear, please raise your hand. Therefore, the subtended angle by a full circle at the center is equal for any circle. That means that is a constant for any circle. So actually, initially we have discussed if we consider about any circle, diameter to circumference is a constant. Diameter to circumference ratio is a constant. That constant is equal to 5. Okay. You know that is why C equal to 5D. D means diameter. So if we convert this into radius, C equal radius means 2,5. Therefore, this is equal to 5R. Okay, but therefore, this constant can be written as 2,5. This constant can be written as 2,5. Therefore, C means circumference. Now R is radius. This is the constant. This is the constant. Hare. Pute, you know this. If you consider about any circle, there is a one constant. What is that constant? The angle subtended at the center. The angle subtended at the center is a constant. The angle subtended at the center is a constant. Okay. Therefore, for any circle, there's a one constant, that is the angle subtended at the center. Therefore, that constant should be equal to that angle. Therefore, there's a definition for radian. There's a value application for radian. මම answer එක දුන්නේ අර question එකට. Look at this one. If we consider about any circle, there is a one constant, Pute, that is the angle subtended at the center. The angle subtended at the center. If we consider about that angle using degree, that is equal to 360 degree. That is equal to 360 degree. But if we consider about this angle using radian, Pute, this angle is equal to 25 radian. 25 radian. And therefore, the 25 mentioned in your in the previous equation, C equal 25R. This is the angle. This is the angle subtended by the full circle. There is an angle subtended by the full circle at the center. And අපිට ඒකේ තියෙන mathematical part එක ඇතුළටම කියලා ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. හරිද? මම නමුත් පොඩ්ඩක් කිව්වේ ඔයගලන්ට මොකද්ද මේ තියෙන්නේ කියලා. හරිද? Okay. Therefore the angle subtended by a full circle is equal to 360 degree, but in radian it is equal to 25. It is equal to 5. Okay. Anyway, now we are going to build a relationship between the arc length and the radius of the subtended angle of the center. And you know one thing, Balan, you know, if we consider about one radius, the subtended angle is 1 radian. No? If we consider about one radius, the subtended angle is 1 radian. No? If we consider about 2 radius, there's another subtended angle that is equal to 1 radian. Therefore, if we consider about arc length which is equal to 2r, the subtended angle is 2 radian. No? Let's take another r. If we consider about another r, this arc length subtends 1 radian at the center. Therefore, if we consider the entire arc length, the arc length is 3r, Pute. The 3r arc length subtends 3 radian at the center. If you consider about another arc length, another arc length which is equal to the radius, that also create 1 radian at the center. Therefore, if we consider about the entire arc length from A to, suppose this A, B, C, D, E. Now, if we consider about AE arc length, if you consider about AE arc, the arc length is 4R. The subtended angle at the center is 1, 2, 3, 4 radian. Is that clear? If we consider about AB arc, it creates 1 radian at the center. If we consider about AC arc arc length is 2r, 2r creates 2 radian. If we consider about AD, the arc length is 3r, 3r creates 3 radian. 4r creates 4 radian. 1r creates 1 radian, 2r creates 2 radian, 3r creates 3 radian. Is that clear? I will explain with it. Right? Therefore, one arc length which is equal to r arc length creates 1 radian. 2r arc length creates 2 radian. 3r arc length creates 3 radian. When arc length this is the subtended angle. One r arc length create 1 radian. 2r arc length creates 2 radian. Okay. 3r arc length creates 3 radian. Method 3 radian. 4r arc length creates 4 radian. Is that clear? If it is clear, please may up your hands. Thank you. Here put a 1. 1 r create 1 radian, 4r create 2 radian, 3r create 3 radian, 4r create 4 radian. Harry. Okay, this is the arc length, this is the subtended angle. The reverse is also correct. If the angle is 1 radian, the arc length is 1r. If the angle is 2 radian, the arc length is 2r. If the angle is 3 radian, the arc length is 3r. If the angle is 4 radian, the arc length is 4r. If the angle is 1 radian, the arc length is 1r. If the angle is 2 radian, arc length is 2r. If the angle is 3 radian, arc length is 3r. Angle is 4 radian, arc length is 4r. Now tell me if therefore if the angle is theta radian, tell me what would be the arc length. If the angle is theta radian, what would be the arc length? 1 radian, if the angle is 1 radian, arc length is 1r. 2 radian, 2r. 3 radian, 3r. 4 radian, 4r. If the angle is theta, the arc length is I need the answers from everyone. There's one answer. If the subtended angle is 1 radian, arc length is 1r. If the subtended angle is 2 radian, arc length is 2r. If the subtended angle is 3 radian, arc length is 3r. If the subtended angle is 4 radian, arc length is 4r. Therefore, if the subtended angle is theta, the arc length should be theta r. Is that clear? Therium. Deliri. තේරුණාද මේක? තෙරියම්ද නැත්තම් කොණ්ඩංද තෙරිල්ලේද මොකද්ද? තේරුණාද? හරි. If you get that one, please raise your hand. Taggal. I need your feedback. Thank you. Therefore, if the subtended angle is 1 radian, the arc length is 1r. If the subtended angle is 2 radian, the arc length is 2r. If the subtended angle is 3 radian, the arc length is 3r. If the subtended angle is 4 radian, the arc length is 4r. Okay, we can draw this one separately. If the angle is 1 radian, the arc length is 1r. 1 radian, 1r. If the angle is 2 radian, arc length is 2r. If the angle is 2 radian, the arc length is 2r. If the angle is 3 radian, the arc length is 3r. If the angle is 3 radian, the arc length is 3r. Therefore, if you take theta radian angle, the arc length should be theta r. Therefore, if the angle is theta radian, the arc length should be r theta නැත්නම් theta r. Therefore, if this arc length is s, if we consider about this arc length is s පුතේ, s equal r theta. S equal r theta පුතේ. S equal r theta. S means the arc length. This is the radius. This is the subtended angle by the arc length at the center. But it should be measured using the radian. Because this derivation is based on radian. No? 1r is, if the arc length is 1r, the angle is 1 radian. If the arc length is another r, angle is 1 radian. Therefore, this derivation is based on the definition of radian. Therefore, you have to apply the angle using radian here. Otherwise, this equation will not be right. Okay. Therefore, the arc length can be measured using this equation, S equal r theta. So this is the way of derive that equation. Here, S means the arc length, r means the radius, theta means the subtended angle at the center by the arc, and it should be measured using radian. If it is clear, please up your hands. තේරුණා තුස්සා? Okay. If it is not clear, please raise your hand. And tokko දැන් අත්පත් දාගන්න. If it is not clear, please raise your hand. Okay. Now write the topic පුතේ. Write the topic. and draw this one right up to this. Alright. Also, if you complete that one, please may give me a thumb. ඊළඟට මම පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න ඕනේ මේ අපි මොනවද අපි ක්ලාසස් පුතේ පුළුවන් තරම් ඉක්මනින් මේක කරලා ඉවර කරගන්න මම බැලුවේ මේ ෆස්ට් යුනිට් එක. මම ඒක තමයි මම ඕගොල්ලන්ට අර printed note එකක් දෙනවා කියලා කිව්වේ. මොකද එතකොට අනිවාර්යෙන් note එක ලියන්න යන time එක අඩුයි. note එක ලියන time එක ඇත්තෙම නැහැ. ඒක නිසා ගොඩක් ඉක්මනින් අපිට ෆස්ට් යුනිට් එක cover කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඊට පස්සේ කෙලින්ම questions වලට යන්න පුළුවන්. practicals 4ක් තියෙනවා ෆස්ට් යුනිට් එකේ. ඒ ටික කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒ ටිකෙත් මම note එක මම printed note එක දෙනවා. practical questions එකක් එක්ක. practical questions වලට වෙනම question book එකක් මම දෙනවා පුතේ. මේ විදිහට මේ question book එක practical ඒ කියන්නේ first term එකේ තියෙන practicals ටික මේක ඔයගලන්ට ලියන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා. මේ structure ඉසේ ලියන්න ඉඩ තියලා මේ practicals මේක හදලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේක වෙනම එකක් ඔයගලන්ට හම්බ වෙනවා. මොකද අනිවාර්යෙන් questions පුළුවන් තරම් මුලින්දලම කරන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක හරියට අල්ලන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? ඒක නිසා අයි පස්සට මේක යදගෙන ගිහිල්ලා පරුවා කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ කියලා මම හිතුවා. මම මුලින්ම ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ new year vacation එක ඉවර වෙච්ච ගමන්ම මේ Thursday 6:30 ඉඳන් 9 වෙනකම් permanent class එකක් දානවා. මොකද ඕගොල්ලෝ තව ස්කූල් එකක් නැහැනේ. ඒ නිසා 6:39 ක්ලාස් එකක් මම දානවා. බැරි වෙලාවත් එන්න බැරිච්ච කට්ටියට රෙකෝඩින් එක මම ඉබලම දෙනවා. හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ තියරි ක්ලාස් එකේ අපි සාමාන්‍ය තියරි ක්ලාස් එක කරන්නේ සැටර්ඩේ පුතේ 1:30 to 6:30 තියරි ක්ලාස් එක යන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ මම මේ තර්ස්ඩේ ක්ලාස් එක මම යූස් කරනවා ක්වෙස්චන්ස් කරන්න. තියරි ක්ලාස් එකේ ක්වෙස්චන්ස් කරන්න මම තර්ස්ඩේ ක්ලාස් එක යූස් කරනවා. හරිද? ඒ නිසා තර්ස්ඩේ ක්ලාස් එක මුල ඉඳලම අපි ක්වෙස්චන්ස් කරන ක්ලාස් එක බවට මම කන්වර්ට් කරනවා. මම පහුවෙලා කරන්න කිව්වේ උනට පහුවෙලා කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. අපි මුල ඉඳලා වැඩේ කරමු. මොකද තුලා ඉක්මනින් මට සිලබස් එක කවර් කරන්න ඕනේ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ස්පෙෂලි ඕගොල්ලෝ ෆස්ට් ටර්ම් එකේ කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝ මේක ක්ලාස් එකට මොකද්ද ස්කූල්ස් පටන් ගන්න කලින් අපි ෆස්ට් ටර්ම් එක ඉවර කරමු. ඒ ටාගට් එකේ යමු. ඒක නිසාම තමයි මම මේ printed notes එකක් මම ඕගොල්ලන්ට දෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේ ටයිම් එක ඉතුරුයි. හරි ඒක නිසා රෙජිස්ටර් වෙච්ච කට්ටිය මට හරියට ඇඩ්‍රස් ටික දෙන්න. ඊට පස්සේ මේ මම ඒක කොහොමද ඕගොල්ලෝ ඔක කලෙක්ට් කරගන්නේ විස්තර මම පස්සේ කියන්නම්. මොනවද රෙජිස්ටර් වෙච්චි අය මට වෙන්නම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඇඩ්‍රස් ටික පොඩ්ඩක් වෙනම ඉවරක් තියන්න. මේ හදිසි හරි වෙනස් වෙනවා නම් ඒකත් මට කියන්න. විශේෂයෙන් ෆෝන් නම්බර්ස් නම් හරියට දෙන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගෙදර ඉන්නේ නැත්නම් කවුරු හරි ගෙදර කවුරු හරි පර්මනන්ට් ඉන්න එක්කෙනෙක්ගේ ෆෝන් නම්බර් එකක් දෙන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් එකක්. හරි. නෑ පුතේ ඊට කලින් ඉවර වෙනවා. හරිද? අපි 10:30 10:40 වෙනවා ඉවරයි. මේක. හරි. Okay. Have finished? Have completed? Okay. Then write the fifth topic. Fifth topic. ඔයා කිව්වේ මේ මට දැනුනේ තේරුනේ මේ 12th class තියෙනවා කියලා හැවි පුතේ. මේ 12 Saturday class තියෙනවා කියලා හැවි. 12 Saturday class තියෙනවා කියලා හැවි. මම 12ට ක්ලාස් කරා 12ට ක්ලාස් තියෙනවා කියලා මට හිතුනේ. නෑ පුතේ 12th class එකේ නැහැ. ඒක ඕගොල්ලන්ට පොඩ්ඩක් new year vacation එකක් දෙනවා. 2025 කට්ටියගේ තියෙනවා 6 කට්ටියට 7 කට්ටියට මම මේ පොඩි vacation එකක් දුන්නා. මොකද ලොකුම හදිස්සියක් නැහැ නේ. ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලන්ට අනික ඕගොල්ලෝ ඕල් කරලා ඉවර වෙච්ච ගමන් පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙන්න එපා. හැබැයි next මේ කියන්නේ 12 13 14 වලින් පස්සේ ඊට පස්සේ එන ටිකේ තියෙනවා. No. printed notes වලට එනම additional charge එන්නේ නැහැ. මේ හැබැයි courier charge එක ඕගොල්ලෝ ගෙවලා ගන්න. මේ ඒක වෙනස් වෙනවා. එහෙනම් printed note වලට වෙනම charge එකක් දාන්නේ. ඒක within the class fee පුතේ. හරි. මොකද මෙතන අපි ගත්තොත් එimhe tunes 10ක් විතර තියෙනවානේ. මේක ඇතුලේ tunes 10ක් විතර තියෙනවා. මේක මේ තමයි පෙන්නේ. මෙතන වෙනම tunes 10ක් විතර තියෙනවා. ඒවට වෙනම charge කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒවට වෙනම charge කරන්නේ නැහැ. මේ courier charge එක දෙන්න වෙනවා ඔයගලන්ට. ඒ අරින්න printed notes වලට වෙනම charge කරන්නේ නැහැ. හරි. Okay, Puti. Then I had a topic, fifth topic. This is very interesting topic. The subtended angle, the subtended angle, the subtended angle by a full circle, by a full circle at the center, at the center. The subtended angle by a full circle at the center. Okay. Look at this side. Now you know what is the equation to determine the arc length. No? Suppose if the subtended angle is theta, the arc length is equal r theta is equal r theta. Okay? Suppose now I am going to increase this angle. Now I am going to increase this angle. I'm going to increase this angle. If I increase the angle, what will happen? If I increase the angle, then what will happen? Increase now I am going to increase the angle. Now, if I increase the angle, now the arc is like this. Now the arc is like this, no? Now this is the arc. Okay. When the angle increases, when the angle increases, the arc also increases. The arc also increases. The arc also increases. When the angle increases, the arc also increases. Now tell me, then what would be the highest length of arc? What would be the highest length of arc? What is the biggest arc? Okay. මම මේක වෙන්න වැඩි කරනකොට කරන්නේ arc එක වැඩි වෙනවා. Arc එක වැඩි වෙනවා පුතේ. So what would be the biggest arc? Or what would be the maximum arc length? What would be the maximum arc length? Yes, Pute, very good. It should be the circumference of the circle. No, when you increase the angle, there's a limitation or there's a maximum limit to increase. That is the full circle. Therefore, the maximum arc length is equal circumference. Therefore, you know this one. You know the arc length. The arc length is equal r theta. You know the maximum arc length is equal to the circumference. The maximum arc length is equal to the circumference. Circumference of the circle. Okay. The maximum arc length is equal to the circumference, Pute. You know what is circumference, how to find the circumference. This is equal to 5r. Therefore, the maximum arc length, maximum arc length is equal to 5r. So if you compare this one with theta r, then this angle should be 2 phi, Pute. Therefore, this angle should be equal to 2 phi. Therefore, the subtended angle by a full circle at the center is equal to 2 phi in radian. You know it is in some degree, Pute, that is equal to 360. But in radian, it should be equal to 2 phi. You can compare these two equations. Then you can understand. Therefore, this theta should be equal to 2 phi radian. This theta should be equal to 2 phi radian. Therefore, the subtended angle by a full circle at the center is equal to 2 phi in radian. 25 in radian. Is that clear? තේරුණා තුස්සන්? Thank you. Response. Thank you for your response, Pute. Therefore, theta is equal to 5, Pute, to 5. Therefore, I can write, therefore, the subtended angle by a full circle at the center is equal, Pute, to 5 in radians, in radius to 5, Pute. Okay. Then write under this. Then write under this. As mentioned above, the arc length is given by S equal r theta equation. As mentioned above, the arc length is given by S equal r theta equation. The maximum arc length of a circle, is equal to its circumference. Okay, now you can draw this figure and write this one. The subtended angle by a full circle. Now you can understand, no? Very good. Now you can build a relationship. That is the reason behind that one. We need to we need to determine, or we need to argue from the beginning. Then we can build a correct argument. හැම වෙලේම මුල ඉඳලම ආගියු කරන්න. එතකොට ඔයගලන්ට හරි ආගියුමන්ට් එක බිල්ඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Now it is very clear 25 radian is equal to 360 degree. 360 degree. Yes. Actually, I need this theory part when we are doing unit 10 dimensions at the beginning, from the beginning. Okay, because uh, there's a theory part about supplementary physical quantities. When it comes to supplementary physical quantities, we need the definition of angles and we need the relationship between S and theta. We need the relationship. Okay. Otherwise, you cannot understand that thing. කටපාඩම් කරගන්න පුළුවන් ඒනට වැඩේ තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ ඊට පස්සේ ඒක. ඒකයි ෆිසික්ස් පටන් ගන්න කලින්ම මේක මම පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරේ ඒකයි. Yes පුතේ. ඒක තමයි මම කතා කරන්නේ. දැන් එතෙන්ට එනකොට අපි කියනවානේ මේ අපි ඉස්සරහට එනකොට කියනවා ඒකේ සාමාන්‍ය ඩිමෙන්ෂන්ස් නැහැ. අනම් මනම් කතන්දර ගොඩක් කියනවා. එතකොට ඒක එහෙම වෙන්න හේතුව මේක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා. Okay. Have finished? Have finished? No. Once you complete it, please give me a thumb. Thank you. After this session, please upload your note as a PDF to our group. හරිද? අපේ group එකට upload කරන්න PDF එකක් කරලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ note එක හැමෝම. I need to check. After creating a permanent groups, I will create a separate tube submission group. So until then, you have to submit all the papers into this group. Okay. Actually, I have uploaded 3 tudes. This is about basic mathematics. I will send the hard copies of these tudes to the registered student. So until then, you can use the soft copies. ටියුට්ස් ටික මම පුතේ මේ මාසේ අන්තිම කොමත් මම එවන්නේ මොකද හරියට මම කවුන්ට් එකක් අරගෙන එකපාර ඔක මේ පෝස්ට් කරන්න ඕනි සැරි සැරි ගිහලා පෝස්ට් කරන්න පොඩ්ඩක් කරදරයි මේ ඒක නිසා මේ එකපාර පෝස්ට් කරන්න මම පොඩ්ඩක් කවුන්ට් එක ඒ කියන්නේ නිව් ඉයර් වැකේෂන් එකෙන් පස්සේ මම අරගෙන මම එවන්න හරි හැබැයි අතරේ රෙජිස්ටර්ඩ් ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලාට අවශ්‍ය නම් මට කියන්න මට එවන්න මේ රෙජිස්ටර් වුණාට පස්සේ ඩීටේල්ස් ටික මට ඒගොල්ලන්ට සොෆ්ට් කොපිස් ටික එවන්න පුළුවන් නෝට් එකේ ඕන නෝට් එක බලා ගන්න. හරි. Okay. They write a topic, fifth topic. The relationship between degree and radian. The relationship between degree and radian. Now it is very easy, no, Bhute? The relationship between degree and radian. Now it is very easy, Pute. As we discussed earlier, the angle subtended by the full circle at the center is 360 degree, and that is equal to the 25 radian. 25 radian. Therefore, 360 degree should be equal to 5 radian, Pute. Therefore, I can write this one. The angle is equal to 360 degree, and that is equal to 5 radian. 5 radian, Pute. Therefore, we can build an argument, Pute. That means 360 degrees is equal to 5 radian. That is the relationship. Therefore, 360 degree is equal to 5 radian. It into 1 radian and 1 degree. So if it is 1 radian, you have to divide both sides by 2.5. If you want to find 1 radian, you have to divide both sides by 2.5. Therefore, 1 radian is equal 360 divided by 2.5. That means 180 over 5. Therefore, if we divide both sides by 2.5, 1 radian is equal 260 divided by 360 divided by 2.5 means 180 over 5 degree. This is equal 1 radian. On the other hand, if you want to find 1 degree is equal, you have to divide both sides by 360. You have to divide both sides by 360. Then you will have 1 degree is equal 5 over 180 radian. Therefore, 1 degree is equal, you have to divide both sides by 360. 360 means with the equation can be divided by 2. So 1 is equal 180 degree. Therefore, this is equal 5 over 180 radian. Is that clear? If it is clear, please up your hands. තේරෙනවද උස්සන්න? Okay, thank you. එහෙනම් මේක ලියාගන්න පුතේ. This is the relationship between radian and degree. This is the relationship between radian and degree. මේක ඕන divide කරලා ලියන්න පුළුවන් 180 degrees equal 5 radian කියලා එකක් දාගන්න. One 80 degrees equal 5 radian. Very good. Okay, now take the trigonometric tube, Pute. This dude. I have sent that one as a soft copy. Take the soft copy with it. Trigonometry dude. Tute number 1, basic mathematics trigonometry. Tute number 1, basic mathematics trigonometrical daldi. Tute number 1, basic mathematics trigonometry. Take this tute. Then turn the second page. Turn into the second page. There's a topic, relationship between radian and degrees, arc length, and area of sector. Okay. Area of a sector we have to do, but other things we can do now. Okay. Now we will have a homework. Okay. The homework is first 15 question. The first 15 question is based on the Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem, the Pythagoras theorem was discussed in your oral syllabus. Therefore, you have to apply that knowledge. So in this case, the questions are based on some basic mathematical applications, from basic mathematical applications to higher level applications. Okay. So please try to do up to question number 15. Question number 15, it is a homework. Once you complete that answer these questions, please upload your answer sheets to the group. I will check that one. There are some challenging questions. Okay, there are some challenging questions. සමහර ඒවා අහුවෙලත් ඇතුව ඇති සමහර වලට ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. Try to do. Then the next question is the relationship between radian and degrees, arc length, and area of sector. Take the first question. Convert the following angles in degree to radius. There are a lot of angles, but start to do first 5 angles. That means 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Please convert from 0 to 90. From 0 to 90. Please convert that. Convert the following. So in that question, please start to do 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Then the second question, convert the following angles in radian to degree. Do the first 3. For 5, 5 over 3, 5 over 2. The first 3. Then the finding the arc length. In that question, do the first 3 again. Okay, හැම එකේම first 3 කරන්නකො. First 3 කරන්න හැම එකේම. Do it quickly. Do it quickly. ඊළඟට මේක පොඩ්ඩක් අහගන්න. පුතේ when you are given a question, do it as quick as possible. And because you have to improve your timing, therefore you have to practices for improving timing. You have to do practices. And therefore, when you are given a question, please do the question as quick as possible. And ඒක හැම වෙලේම ට්‍රේන් වෙන්න. මම මේ කියන ඒවා පොඩ්ඩක් කොල්ඩ ගන්න. මොකද මේවා තමයි ඕනි වෙන්නේ. මේවා තමයි අර පුංචි පුංචි ට්‍රික්ස් වගේ. Okay, shall we? Okay. If you complete all the 9 questions, please raise your hand. If you completed all the 9 questions, please raise your hand. No. All right. Once you complete the questions, please give me a thumb. Once you complete the questions, please give me a thumb. I'll put the timing again. Okay. Here, you know the relationship, no? 180 degrees equal 180 degrees equal 5 radian. 180 degrees equal 5 radian. Ne? Look at this one. We have to use this relationship. 180 degrees is equal 5 radian. Therefore, 1 degree is equal 1 degree is equal 1 degree is equal 5 over 180. 5 over 180. Therefore, theta degree means you have to multiply both sides by theta. Both sides by theta. Therefore, theta degree is equal 5 over 180 into theta radian. 5 over 180 into theta radian. And so this is the way of taking converting degree into radian. Degree into radian. You have to multiply by 5 over 180, then it will convert into radian. 5 over 180. Okay? Because 1 degree is equal 5 over 180 radian. If you multiply by both sides by theta degree is equal 5 over 180 into theta. Is that clear? තේරෙනවද? පැහැදිලිද? ඔන්න මේක දාගන්න. So this is the way of converting degree to radian. Okay, අනිත් පැත්ත තමයි ඊට පස්සේ. Therefore, the answer of this one is 0 නේ පුතේ. Theta 0 means it is 0. No need to convert it. Here, this one. බලන්න. Theta degree means you have to multiply it by 5 over 180. 5 over 180. 5 over 180 into theta radian. ඒක ඔළුවට මේ මතක තියාගන්න මෙහෙම ලේසි වෙයි බලන්න. දැන් මෙයාව කැන්සල් අවුට් වෙන්න නම් පුතේ අනිවාර්යෙන් 180 යට තියෙන්න එපා. නේද? මෙතන 5 යට තිබ්බොත් කවදාවත් cancel out වෙනවද නෑ? ඒවන 180 යට තියෙන්න ඕන. ඔළුව තියා ගන්න අන්නේ විදිහ. ඉලක්කම තමයි තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Therefore answer is, if you cancel out this thing, this is 6 පුතේ. Therefore answer is 30 degrees equal 5/6 radian. 5/6 radian. You have to multiply both sides by 5/180. 5/180. If it is clear, please raise your hand. තේරෙනවද උස්සන්න? Thank you. Then this one, you have to multiply both sides by, sorry, you have to multiply this one by 5/180. 5/180 into 45 radian. 45 to 180 is 4 puti. Therefore, 45 degrees equal 5/4 radian. 5/4 radian. Those are the answers for first three questions in question number 1. Are they correct? If all are correct, please may up your hands. Very good. ඔක්කොම අහන්න අදුස්සා. Good. Good, good, very good. Conversion එක මේ විදිහට ඔලු තියා ගන්න. ඕනම් මේක දා ගන්න. දාන කොටු කර ගන්න. මේක දිහා කොටු කර ගන්න. Okay. Then again, look at this one. You know 180 equal 5 radian. Therefore, 1 radian is equal. You have to divide both sides by 5. Both sides by 5. 180 over 5 degree. Therefore, theta radian. Theta radian. You have to multiply both sides by theta. Theta radian is equal 180 over 5 into theta degree. 180 over 5. අනිත් පැත්ත හොඳේ 5 over 180 එකේ තියෙන මේක 180 over 5. 180 over 5 into theta radian. Again, මම අර විදිහට පොඩ්ඩක්, this is a short method පුතේ. So here there's a 5 පුතේ. To cancel out 5, there should be 5 in the denominator. It is a 180 over 5 තමයි එතන තියෙන්නේ. එහෙම නිකන් පොඩ්ඩක් ඔලුව තියාගන්න. ඊට මේක අන්තිම එක විතරක් ඔලුව තියාගන්න එපා හොඳේ. Conversion එක තේරුම් ගන්න. 4 5. Therefore this is equal 4 5 into 180 over 5 degree. 5 to 5 will be cancelled out. Therefore answer is 720. 720. Five over 3. Again, you have to multiply it by 5 over 3 into 180 over 5. This is degree. Therefore, 5 over 3 radian is equal, මේකට මේ කැපෙනා පුතේ 60 degree. 5 over 2 radian. Radian. 5 over 2 radian is equal, you have to multiply by 180 over 5. 180 over 5 degree. Again, 5 to 5 will be cancelled out. 180 over 2 means 90 degree. This is equal 90 degree. Are they correct? If all are correct, please may up your hands. Very good. Good put it. අවශ්‍යකටි දාගන්න පුතේ. Okay. If you need to write this one, please may note down this one. Oh, okay. Now the third question is application of S equal R theta equation. Here you are given the radius of the circle is 5 centimeter. Now after that you are given the subtended angle in radian. So you have to apply S equal R theta to determine the arc length. You are asked to determine the arc length. So you just need to apply S equal R theta equation. So according to S equal R theta, R is 5 centimeter, theta is 5 over 10 radian. 5 over 10 radian. Then make it happen 2. Therefore, answer is 5 over 2 centimeter. Centimeter. The arc length is centimeter because 5 is given by centimeter. So given in centimeter. Then now the subtended angle is 7 5 over 10 pute. Then if I apply S equal R theta equation, the arc length is equal 5 centimeter, radius is 5. The subtended angle is 7 5 over 10. 5 to 10 is 2 pute. Therefore answer is 7 5 over 2 centimeter. අර ඒ ලෙවල් වලදී පුංචි හොඳක් තියෙන්නේ පුතේ මෙතනින් එහා ගොඩක් වෙලාවට සිම්ප්ලිෆිකේෂන් අග වෙනකම් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? එහෙම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන තැන් තියෙනවා මේ ගොඩක් ලේසි නම් ක්වෙස්චන් එක එහෙම තියෙනවා. නමුත් අර මේවෙන් එනවනම් එහෙම බලන්නේ. හරි හරි හරි. Yes. You can use me 22 over 7. Here you can simplify. Here you can simplify. මෙතන නම් පොඩ්ඩක් අමාරු මෙතන simplify කරන්න පුළුවන්. 7 over 2. 7 over 2 here 5 means 22 over 7. 7 to 7 will be cancelled out. 22 over 2 is 11. Therefore, this is 11 centimeter. Yeah, very good, Puti. It can be determined. It can be determined here. Very good. Thank you, Puti. It can be determined here. මෙතනක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් 3.14 කියලා දාලා ඉතින් ඒක 2 වලින් බෙදන්න පුළුවන්. ඕන්න. Here S is equal R theta. R is 5 centimeter. Theta means 3 5 over 4. 3 5 over 4. I can't. You can use may 2207 instead of 5. Then you can simplify. Or otherwise, you can use 3.14. 3.14 over 2. එහෙම දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. This is equal 3.14 over 2. කීයද එන්නේ? 1 point කීයද එන්නේ? එකයි 157 නේ. 1.57. එහෙම දාන්නත් පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මේක බලන්න. Therefore answer is 15.5 over 4 centimeter. Again, you can simplify. That is okay. හරි. ඔක්කොම හරි කට්ටිය තුස්ස. Okay. Now tell me, do you have any questionable area in today's lesson? In today's lesson, do you have any questionable or unclear area? අග්ගල කිය. I need your feedback. Thank you. What about others? Okay. You have to practice this one, especially bio students. Okay. Then you have to listen to me very carefully. Hari. Puthe, first thing you have to do, you have to once after the class, you have to scan your note and submit to the group to check. And because this is online class, therefore I have to check your note. Puthe. And sometimes your note may be correct. Therefore, I have to correct that thing. So the first thing you have to do is after the class, you have to scan the note and send that to me. And that is number one. Then you have to do the homeworks. Once you do the homeworks, please upload that to the group to check. If you have any unclear thing, please discuss with me. Then you can. Sorry. අපි ඕක කරමු පුතේ. අපි ඊළඟට මේ next week අපි ඒක කරනවා. දැන් අද මේක කරන්න නැහැ ටික වෙලා යන නිසා මම ඒක කරනවා next week කරනවා. හරිද? next week කරනවා. හරි. ඊට පස්සේ මේකේ දිගට තියෙන අපිට මේ unit circle එක ගැන කතා කරන්න ඕනි. trigonometry ගත්තොත් එහෙම ටිකක් ලොකු area එකක් අපිට cover කරන්න තියෙනවා. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක මේ bio students ලට අනිවාර්යෙන් කළ යුතු දෙයක්. combined maths students ලට අහු වෙනවා. ඒකට බයෝ කන්ටෙන්ට් අහුවෙන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් දෙක අවශ්‍යයි. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට sin cos tan curves අඳින level එක දක්වා ඒ level එකෙන් තමයි අන්තිමට basic maths කියන දේ නවත්තන්නේ. මොකද sin curve එක මොකද්ද? cos curve එක මොකද්ද? tan curve එක මොකද්ද? ඒවා variation එක කොහොමද දෙන්නේ? ඒවා plus minus කොහොමද දෙන්නේ? ඔක්කොම ඕනේ. හරි? maximum minimum. What are the maximum and minimum ranges of sin and cos thetas? හරි. ඒ knowledge එක අනිවාර්යෙන් ඕනේ. ඒක knowledge එක ඕනේ. මොකද අපිට තියෙන මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට අපිට ඒවා අවශ්‍යයි. හරිද? මේ මොකද දැන් graph ගැන කතා කරනකොට tan curve එක ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ unit number 3 එකට යද්දී අපිට simple harmonic motions එහෙම එනවා. අපිට එතනදී sine curves, cos curves ඕනේ වෙනවා. හරිද? ඒක නිසා මේ එතනට වෙනකන් අනිවාර්යෙන් අපිට අවශ්‍යයි basic maths. හරිද? basic වලදී මේක basic නෙවෙයි පොඩ්ඩක් advanced math එකක්. හරිද? මේ but this was not in your all syllabus. හරි. ඊළඟට මොකක්ද ඊළඟ දේ තමයි පුතේ අපි next week class එක මම inform කරනවා Thursday class එක මේ විදිහටම මේ වෙලාවටම තියෙනවා next week එකේ හරිද Saturday class එක 12th April නැහැ ඊට පස්සේ 19th නේද 19th April වල අපි තියෙනවා හරිද Saturday class එක එතකොට අපිට basic maths නෙවෙයි ඉන්නේ අපි එන්නේ unit පාඩමට එනවා. හරිද? නිසා Saturday class එක unit පාඩමට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට එන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. basic maths ටික මට ඒක ඉවර කරගන්න. ඒක මම පොඩ බලලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්න. මොකද කරන්න කියලා. හරි. ඒ විදිහට තමයි එතකොට අපේ class එක යන්නේ මේ මාසේ. ඊළඟට මම අර කිව්වා වගේ මම පොඩ්ඩක් කලින් මම හිතුවේ ඇත්තටම පොඩ්ඩක් පහුවෙලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දවස් දෙකක් දානවා කියලා. නමුත් ඒ උනාට මේ පොඩි ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් ගන්න ඕනි කියලා හිතුවා. ඒ තමයි දිගටම මේක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ස්කූල්ස් පටන් ගන්නකම්ම Thursday morning කියන session එක දිගටම තියෙනවා. Thursday morning session එක දිගටම තියෙනවා. ඊළඟට Thursday morning session එකට එන්න බැරි කට්ටියට මොකක් කර වෙලා මම රෙකෝඩින් එක ඉල්ල ගන්න. Saturday evening අනිවාර්යෙන් තියෙනවා. එතකොට 2 days per week දිගටම තියෙනවා. හරිද? 2 days per week දිගටම තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා පුළුවන් ඉක්මනින් syllabus එක cover කරන්න තමයි target එක තියෙන්නේ. හරි. හොඳයි. අපි එහෙනම් අපේ we can complete today's class පුතේ. If you have any questions please let me know as a private message or then please do the homework and send that to me. හරි. Okay. We can complete today's class. Then have a nice day. Welcome. Welcome පුතේ. Welcome පුතේ. Welcome.